Hello, welcome to the second part of the training. All right. So this is actually to let you know how to fill up the form C. All right. So you can actually take a look. All right, in terms of filling out the form C. All right, and of course this form C has to be given. All right, to A before the actual meeting of the ABC meeting. All right. But of course, it's when you fill out this form C, you can actually start filling up once you have the name list of the prospect. Right, the prospect list, when you have it, you can actually start filling out the form C itself. All right, so I'm going to share with you the screen. All right, and of course you can see over here. Okay, so the second part of it is actually the name list. So make sure that you actually have the name list. All right, so of course it's in your list. The closest friend first. Fill out the names of people you know, and don't prejudge or do a selection. Right, so this is actually an exercise, but the thing is, because now we are doing a video, so there's no actual exercise, but you have to understand what's the fundamentals behind it. All right, so this part of it is actually what is the form C about. All right, sorry, this is actually the name list. So when you have this name list, you can actually create your own name list as well. All right, so basically you have the names over here, right, the contact number and relationship. All right, and all these things over here: openness, ambitious, aggressive, financial background, training awareness, willingness to learn, and network and connection, influential power, ability to share, and action taker, and need of products. All these things are just categories in terms of how you actually can so-called shortlist the first few people you can actually talk to first. All right, so this is actually a name list. So there's a grading over here. You can actually create this list, all right, on your own, and taking this as an example. All right, so basically what you can do is actually to fill out the name, contact number. All right, so once from openness to the needs of product, you can actually start doing a scoring process. Basically, is if the person is very open to it, you can actually put number 5. Or maybe the person is a very skeptical person, you can actually put it as number 3. All right, so this is actually depending on the type of prospect that you have. All right, and of course all these things will run down, so you can actually fill out all the numbers. So when you complete filling out all the numbers and you have a score over here, you can actually tabulate the score over here. Right, so once that is done, you actually can go into the grading part. So if the score is between, all right, so I need you to do some changes. What happened is here is actually 50 to 41, right, and from here is 40 to 31, right. When you grade this person as an A, right, it will be 50 to 41, and B will be 40 to 31. All right, so just to take note of the changes over here. Right, so in terms of grading, you can actually start grading them according to the marks that you actually tabulate from here onwards. Okay, so from relationship onwards, relationship there's no number. All right, so basically from openness onward, any tabulate numbers as over here, you have a grading. So you can grade the person according to A, B, or C, or D. All right, so once that is done already, you actually can see that the name list itself. All right, something very important that you actually have a grading. So for a start, you can actually select people who are B. All right, B is probably the first few people you need to talk to first. Why? Because they are very open in terms of all these things, and of course at the same time they may be easier to talk to. Right, someone who is very very capable at grading of A, you may not be able to start asking the right questions. So you can always start with B first. B people probably is easier to actually talk to as well. So that's one example. So once you have the name list, you can actually start doing the form C. So form C itself will be like this. All right. So basically, where does form C comes in? So basically, if you have started to do the warm up with the person via SMS, all right. So basically, you can fill out the details in the form C already. So by doing that, you'll be able to actually fill out more details along the way. So this is the aspect of the the flow, all right, in terms of meeting. So warm up 1, warm up 2, and invitation. So here you can see number 1, form C should be filled up before warm up 2 and discuss with A on the question to ask. Maybe you're meeting the person over coffee, and there might be some questions that you may need to remind yourself to ask because you want to find out more information. So you can always discuss with your A, all right. in terms of what kind of question I can ask based on the background of the person. Maybe the person is a single parent, maybe the person is running a business for a while. What are the questions that probably you can ask, right? And you can start filling up the form, C, from the first warm-up onwards, all right? Before warm-up 2, right? And discuss with A, all right? And of course, there's also this part where you actually can start, updating, after the warm-up, right? In progress log, behind, which is something like, what do you discuss? You can actually write behind, what do you discuss during this meeting and put down the date, and what are the things that's been discussed. And of course, all these things, information will allow you to actually, be able to give your A more information, when you share. And of course, it's after you ask the right questions, you'll be able to find more information. All right. So this part of it is actually the Form C. So Form C itself is very straightforward. All right. So after the name list is done, you do a Form C. So you fill out the name, all right. Of course, the gender, and of course the age, and of course how long did you know C. All right. Basically, do the person trust you? Percentage. You can put a 50% or maybe 80% for someone that is very close to you. And of course the relationship, and in terms of you and C. And of course the contact number, and of course marital status, single, married or divorced. Maybe all these things, information will give you more indication of what kind of things to share. And of course, in terms of the number of children as well. So if someone that has more children, and of course being a single parent may have more financial burden on them, so we may share on that basis. And of course, the profession itself will also determine what kind of person they are as well. Maybe they are a number person, right? If they are more like accountant, or maybe on a sales job basis, So all these things will determine what kind of person, likely they will be, and of course their motivation as well. And of course, is if they're in business, and what kind of business, and in terms of duration of business, and of course their income. So give them a more understanding of give A more understanding of this person, and can share more things that is related to this person. And of course, the personality also involves in terms of fact finding as well. Maybe the person is introvert, or maybe the person is very outgoing, extrovert person, and maybe the person is conservative. So these are the things that probably the information that allows C, all right, allow A to actually know more about this person. And of course, there's also network marketing experience, right? Experience. Maybe if a lot of people in our industry, they always like to talk to people who are very successful in their business already. But many times is you always meet with this kind of obstacle because you're not a right person yet, to share with them the business, the magnitude of the business. So in that aspect, always be the person who are very successful at the later part, because you want to prove that in that manner that my business is actually faster than theirs. So in that aspect, that's something very important. And of course, there's also things like purpose and motivation, right? Like family, whether they are looking to buy a house, looking to buy a car, and of course, children's education. All these are motivation. And of course, if they are in a job, whether they're happy or not happy with the job. So all these things are very important in terms of facts. And of course, arrange a meeting in a conducive environment, and where to meet up and date. All these things can be filled up along the way. And this is one example of a person. I want to just give a case study, in terms of this person, and what are the questions you can ask in terms of this type of people. So for example, this person is Ryan Ong, and retail sales and commission based, and works 10 hours on their sales a day. So that's something that probably is very tiring for him. And of course, duration of the company 9 years. And this case study is actually a family with 2 kids and a wife not working, same age parents. So what are the 5 questions that you can ask the prospect and trigger their thoughts? So I always say that if you start praising the person, you will be able to find out more things that the person is unhappy about. Right? So that's something that the basis you can always go on to that. Right? Of course, you don't have to repeat everything word by word, but importantly, you must know the type of question you can ask. So number 1 is, you're doing so well in sales. How have you been able to give your family so much time, managing your work and family time together? All right. So they may also tell you that what they are not happy with, and of course, at the same time, what are they not satisfied with. All right. And of course, it's going to aspect of their job. You can ask this question. I know sales-based jobs are very stressful. And the third thing would be, how nowadays people tend to buy online. Does it affect your income? It could be because it's a sales-based job. there may be people, that are buying things online and not buying from him. So it affects his income in that basis. And of course, there's also aspect of, each parents, medical bills and all these things that, circle, our, our needs, and of course, what motivates us as well. So this is one question you can ask. Your parents are very aged. I believe you have savings for them to take care of their medical bills. So medical bills is always something that people always think about, in terms of each parents. And of course, there's another part of asking question. You can actually ask things that is related to their current situation as well. So if you're aware of it, you can always ask about it and ask them for their, their in terms of their preparation, in terms of what plan they have in terms of that. All right. Another question you can ask is, recently I saw a lot of people retrenching people. All right, a lot of company retrenching people to cut down costs. Why is your company affected? So this is one basis of it that you can actually ask, and of course at the same time, is also knowing what the prospect is looking for. So the case study number 2. All right. So this is an example. All right. Someone that's in business. All right. The basis of asking the question is very similar, but it's just that it's asked in a different way. All right. So this person is in business and 12 years in business and importing products to distribute to retailers. A big family with 3 kids going to university. So the basis of the 5 questions is very similar. Right. You're doing so well in business. How have you been able to give your family so much time? Managing your business and family not finding time together. All right. And of course, there's a lot of things is when people are managing their business, they always worry about costs, a lot of things that's happening around the world. So you can always ask. Recently, I saw lots of companies retrenching people to cut down costs. Cost of operation is going up. Is your company handling well? So these are the aspect of question that you can actually ask. See in terms of fact finding. So from there, you'll be able to angle it in terms of invitation to the prospect, in terms of to see, so that you can provide a solution to them, right? But you may not necessarily be the person that provides the solution. A will come in and do the presentation on your behalf, right? So something very important in terms of running this business is you got to keep track of what activities you are doing, so that you keep on momentum on building the business. So your daily schedule is very important. So this is some example of a daily schedule. All right. So in terms of if you have more green, it's actually better. So you can start filling up the activities that actually help you to build your business. And training will be yellow, and others will be in in red color. So if you have more green, like for example, I'm meeting this person for coffee. Right. At this time, I'm meeting maybe Louis for coffee on a Tuesday afternoon. So this could be activity that actually helps you to meet more people, and of course at the same time, there's also networking activities in terms of seminars, in terms of Rotary Club, in terms of club activities. So you can actually get yourself involved in all these things in order to build up your list of people. And of course the current list that you have, meet them often, and also that you can find and provide a solution to them via Jeunesse. All right, and this is something that I would like to show you. This is actually in Mandarin, but it's somewhat similar to what we are doing. So you can actually fill up the activities in terms of green, right? Having coffee, and of course, if you're doing ABC role, maybe you're A, all right? You can actually put it in green as well. So because you may be helping your team to actually do the presentation as well, but make sure that you are the right B first before you move on to become an A. Because many times we started to share the business as an A without being the right A. All right, so that's something very important. So you gotta be the right B. All right, so make sure you learn everything about business. All right, how to do the invitation. When you do it correctly, then you can move on to do the presentation on your on someone's behalf. So there's a learning process to it. Okay, so you can see there's a lot of green. All right, and of course you can put in activities, some family activities over here, all right, which is all in red. So make sure that you plan it correctly. So basically when you have this, it's actually 4 sheets of paper, right? So it allows you to actually track your progress, okay? And you build momentum towards your business. And of course, productivity pipeline report, you can actually put it in your monthly target goals as well. In terms of the months, in terms of what is the income you want to achieve, right? Basically is is in September, in June 2017, you start to plan and start involved in the business. Or at any point of time when you start the business now, you can actually start committing to the time frame that you want to have. So basically is you can actually go towards that. So these are the monthly income that, for example, you'll be able to achieve, right? So very important thing is there's no claim on income whatsoever, all right? These are just example, right? When you commit to the hours, you'll be able to achieve it once you run it in the right manner, and of course, make sure that you're committed to it and get it, done correctly, right? So this is some example over here, and of course, it's important you need to know what is your position as a role in Genex itself, right? Make sure you screen through the list of friends that are not satisfied with your current situation, because we are new paradigm entrepreneurs. We do things very differently. Of course, it can't, any name, but most important thing is we do not need to keep stock. We do not need to, sell the products. Basically, you are sharing a new economy to a lot of people, right? And of course, is be authentic, be yourself, right? That's something very important. Bring out what you see in the business and become proud of it, because many times is we are not proud of our business, right? But in this aspect, do the business well, right? And concern as a main motive, because the reason is share with love and concern. You actually help to solve the prospects issues and challenges, all right? So see from that perspective, you'll be able to help more people. And not every meeting requires ABC, all right? If you're qualified to become an A, all right, you can actually do an AC meeting. Right? AC meeting means that you meet your A, you can meet C directly. And of course, is you always need to actually edify, the information you share with them. All right, so that's something very important. Later, I'll show you some tools that you can actually use under the system, USGS system. All right, and of course, it's how you actually edify the tools first before you show them. All right, so and of course, is you all these tools, the system tools with flexibility. All right, I always emphasize on flexibility is you can always showcase the business on your own, but after you can bring the prospect to a local meeting, right? So that they can see that it's actually real, and there are people that is involved in the meeting, involved in the business. They are very genuine, right, and all professional. Right, local meetings, OPP, all right, and Zoom business webinars as well, right? There's also the videos such as Inside Kimui Live, right? The videos, My Journey and New Paradigm Trends. You can actually use it correctly, all right? So I'm going to show you the the Team Crown Diamonds YouTube channel, all right? Basically, you can subscribe to it, all right? Team Crown Diamonds, all right? YouTube channel. Look for the logo that is purple in color, all right? So once you do that, you'll be able to see that the videos in sequence, all right? So you can also subscribe to USGS official channel. USGS official channel will have the videos that is produced by USGS, and also at the same time the leaders that's helping us in the business as well. So you can use it as a leverage towards your business. So in terms of our channel, all right, so basically all these things, all right, are all in place. You can actually see, all right, all these videos. And of course, there's our mentor, right, Kim's story, right, Kim's story, our mentor in terms of the USGS spirit. All right, so that's something very important you need to go through as well. So the first series video you need to go through, all right. Beside the first series videos, you need to go through this very important part of it. Is done by our Double Diamond director, all right, Miss Yvonne Yen, all right. Handling objection, all right. Handling objection is very important in terms of aspect of the business. So sometimes you have already probably maybe in a way that you have shared the business in certain aspect, maybe a bit of the business, but there may be some question that you need to handle, all right? So, it's about handling objection. So make sure you go through the 13 short videos, right? Which is only like per video, maybe it's like 2 to 3 minutes only, right? So make sure you go through it. And of course, there's also the tools, all right? That is over here, all right? There's also the New Paradigm videos, all right? My Journey by Kim Hui. All right, so this video is very important for you to use, because it's the people that drive the business and the people that see the people in the business. All right, so make sure that you actually learn, what is the video itself. Go through the videos, and the message inside there is very important, because you need to edify the video before you show it. It's just like, why did I always use Kim's videos? Because Kim itself, as a mentor, has impacted my life, and how I actually able to build the business, in that manner. And of course, what I see is a motivation, and also at the same time a vision in terms of where we are going. So I hold strong into that. And of course, there's also our USGS directors as well, the diamond directors, for example, Samson, right? So it's actually very important part of learning as well. Many times is we like to do things on our own, but if you use the business, do the business using the right system, you'll be able to say lesser but do it more effectively. All right, so that's something very important. So you have all the new paradigm videos, all right, in different languages, from Bahasa Indonesian to English to Mandarin to Portuguese and Spanish, all right. So these tools are all ready for you to use, all right. But make sure that you edify the video before you show it. The reason is because the person may not be understand what's the video about. If you do the right edification, means that tell what's the purpose of the video, to showcase the current trends and world that we are living at, and of course at the same time what is the situation that all of us are facing, and and giving them a perspective of what we are doing here, and then from there the video become a very powerful tool. All right, so we need to do that as well. All right, so we have come to the end of the training. All right, so I've come to the end of the training. All right, so this is something very important. All these tools are available. All right, so if you have any questions, all right, in terms of running the business, make sure you ask your upline director or your supplier leaders, or your sponsor. So make sure you learn it correctly. In this aspect of the business, it's all about learning it correctly and doing it correctly. So I'd like to thank you for attending the training. All right. So this is a two-part training. All right. And of course, this is the expand business systems training. All right. So from there, you understand the basis of this. So make sure you subscribe to USGS official channel, where it gives you all the important videos that's up there. All right. Listen to the videos and listen to the training by our directors. All right. Our Double Diamond director Samson Lee and Yvonne Double Diamond Yvonne Ye, so that you get a right perspective. Of course, listen to Kim's video as well to know about the right perspective in terms of the business. So from there, I expect you'll be able to learn things from the successful leaders. All right. So there's going to be another training coming up, which is the B training. All right. So when you the next training, right, you'll be able to learn how to become the right B. All right. So the basis of this training itself is actually to equip you with core skills. All right. So I'll see you in the next training. All right. Thank you very much.